Hi, precious heart. Thank you for joining us for our weekly vlog. Today, the beings of light are going to remind you of why this is such a critical time on Earth. You already know this, or you would not have been allowed to embody at this time. If you have forgotten these truths, this information will make it much easier for you to lift your head above the chaos so you can stay focused on the light as you move through these wondrous but often challenging times. The Earth and all life evolving upon her are in the midst of a cosmic event known as the shift of the ages. This event is a natural step in our evolutionary process back to the heart of our Father, Mother, God. The shift of the ages affects every particle and wave of life throughout the whole of creation, and it occurs only once in several million years. The shift of the ages involves a very rare alignment during which celestial and galactic cycles within cycles within cycles throughout the whole of creation dovetail into one synchronized pulsation with the heartbeat of our Father, Mother, God. During that awesome moment, our godparents inbreathe every particle and wave of life within the all-encompassing divine matrix of their body, up the spiral of evolution to the next wave of our evolutionary process. This is the ascension that awakening humanity is becoming aware of on a conscious level. This event has been alluded to in the ancient scriptures of various world religions. In the Bible, it is referred to as the rapture and described as a mystical event during which the righteous will be raised up into the air. The raptured souls will experience a new heaven and a new earth, and the old earth will pass away. These prophecies of old predicted that when the time comes, only a few people will be in position to make this shift. Some foretold that only 144,000 people would be pure enough to make this shift. Others said it would be only 10% of the people on the planet who would make it through the shift of the ages, and that the rest of humanity would be left behind with the old earth. Others have taught that only those who belong to a particular religion will be righteous enough to make it through this ascension process. It is true that there was a time in the very recent past when millions of people had the potential of being left behind during the shift of the ages, but that is no longer the case. Now the beings of light want you to know that miracles have been co-created through the unified efforts of heaven and earth over the past several decades. Your I Am presence was an intricate part of that victorious facet of the divine plan. That is true even if you were not aware of it on a conscious level. Several of the divinely inspired prophecies indicated that the reason so many people would be left behind is because of the dense and discordant frequencies of vibration humanity fell to after our fateful decision to use our gift of life in ways that were not based in love. Due to our painfully slow progress in reversing the adverse effects of that decision, there was a great possibility that many of us would not be able to raise our vibrations and reclaim the path of divine love in time to make it through the shift of the ages. The concern was that millions would be left behind, not because God was punishing us, but because our vibrations were so dense that we would not be able to withstand the fifth dimensional frequencies of the crystalline solar light associated with the new earth. The beings of light warned that if humanity tried to ascend into the fifth dimensional frequencies of light on the new earth from the depth of vibration we had fallen to, it would be like trying to move through a lightning bolt, and we would be vaporized. Many people have accepted these prophecies literally, and they are anxiously wringing their hands and waiting for catastrophic events to occur so that they can be raptured. Some fanatical religions are trying to expedite the rapture by instigating events that would trigger a global world war. They realize this is the time that has been long awaited for this ascension process, and they believe that Armageddon is a precursor to the rapture. Both of these interpretations are inaccurate. The Company of Heaven assures us that the only time prophecies are divinely inspired that foretell a potentially negative outcome, as this one does, is if the sons and daughters of God abiding on the planet have the ability to do something to avert the negative outcome. Prophecies of this nature are revealed to demonstrate to humanity what will occur if we continue on the path that we are on. These prophecies are specifically designed to motivate us to change course so that we will avert the potential negative outcome being revealed. In this case, it would be potentially millions of people being left behind during the shift of the ages. The beings of light said a fulfilled negative prophecy is a failed prophecy. If in fact the negative outcome revealed in the prophecy does occur, it means that humanity did not rise to the occasion and change our behavior patterns effectively enough to accomplish what was intended by the divinely inspired prophecy. To the exquisite joy, wonder, and awe of the heavenly realms, this prophecy did not fail. On the contrary, awakening humanity succeeded beyond the greatest expectations of everyone involved. Not only did millions of people not get left behind during the shift of the ages, every single recalcitrant person on earth made the conscious choice through his or her I Am presence to do whatever is necessary to heal and transmute their human miscreations so they can complete their ascension process and move forward into the light. The cosmic moment of the shift of the ages was God victoriously accomplished through all creation during the solstice on December 21st and 22nd in 2012. In that eternal moment of now, the Earth aligned with the galactic core of the Milky Way, and our Father, Mother God instantaneously inbreathed every particle and wave of life within the body of God up the spiral of evolution into the next octave of their evolutionary process. During that unprecedented moment in the evolution of this planet, the new Earth was birthed in the realms of cause in all of her resplendent glory. According to the Company of Heaven, this was the most difficult thing the sons and daughters of God have ever been called to do. This was a unique experiment that had never been attempted in any system of worlds. Never in the history of time has a planet that has fallen to the depth of pain and suffering the Earth is experiencing been given the opportunity to move through two-dimensional shifts in such a short period of time. We moved from the third dimension, through the fourth dimension, and into the initial impulse of the frequencies of the fifth dimensional new Earth in a matter of a few short decades. This is what was meant when the prophecy said that Earth's transformation will take place in what will be perceived as the twinkling of an eye. But this is just the beginning of the mission that you and I and the rest of awakening humanity have volunteered to accomplish on behalf of Mother Earth and all life evolving upon her. We have victoriously birthed the new Earth, and every person evolving on this planet made it through the shift of the ages. This was an act of divine grace by our Father, Mother God that is truly beyond the comprehension of our finite minds. This merciful gift of divine grace was given to the recalcitrant sons and daughters of God because every one of them, through their I Am presence, made the heart commitment to do whatever is necessary to complete their lessons and transmute their human miscreations back into the light. When every single person has completed this unparalleled ascension process, and the new Earth in all of her exquisite beauty has reclaimed her rightful place in our solar system, we will have created a new octave of godhood for the sons and daughters of God throughout all creation. From this time on, the children of God will be able to learn about the perils and the agony of separation and duality from the records of our life experiences without ever having to go through the pain and suffering we inadvertently miscreated through our lack of awareness. Everything we have ever endured from our tragic, self-inflicted fall from grace is now recorded in the halls of knowledge in the realms of illumined truth. The sons and daughters of God throughout infinity will now be able to learn about these painful miscreations by studying about them. This means they will never have to physically experience the horrific challenges that we have endured. That the beings of light want us to know that because of that truth, the universe is rejoicing, and the gratitude flowing forth from the heavenly realms is unwavering. Precious heart, next week the beings of light are going to share some of the life-transforming miracles that have taken place during Earth's ascension process. God bless you and have a wonderful week.